Hey guys, how are you doing? Kieran Burke here from Max Velocity Sports Performance. Episode 2 here on the Performance Posts video series. If you haven't seen the first one, go over and take a look. It was on the Performance Pyramid. Because what we're going to do is actually going to follow that on today and look at the base of that pyramid, which is movement. Today what we're going to look at within the movement is 3 areas that I find athletes fall down a lot within their movement. So what we have is a lot of people come over and ask me, well, why would I want to be looking at movement in the first place? I tell them, I say, look, if you have a limitation or your flexibility is in there, say in some part of your legs, other muscles kicking to support that limitation, lack of flexibility, whatever it is, day fatigue quicker, you're not working at 100% or as efficient as you could be, and you fatigue and you gas out quicker on the field or whatever your discipline is. So with that said, we're going to look from the bottom up. I find first off is the ankle area, there's a lot of issues. So if you think about it, the foot, the ankle area, the base, our foundation, we stand on them all the time. If anything's wrong with that, generally there's a knock-on effect on up the chain. So I like to look at a long stretching on the ankles and a good bit of foam rolling on the ankles too. Mainly the calf area with the foam rolling. The second area is the hips. All sports, majority of sports, are lower body dominant. If there's some issue with the hips, it's really going to tell. So what I like to do is I like to do a lot of find a range of motion, make sure that's good by doing a lot of stretching on it and a lot of foam rolling on it. Sore without a doubt, but well worth it. The other thing that I like to add to the hip area or the glute area is stability work, strengthening and stability work for those smaller muscles that help the larger ones. Maybe that might look like some crab walks, some banded crab walks, etc. So that's primarily the hip. Definitely focus on that as well as the ankle. And the third area that I'm looking at today is the shoulders. So we all sit around desks, driving our car, body gets into a compromised position and actually gets used to staying there and sort of forms around it. So what I like to do is the upper back. I start in the upper back, try and bring everything, loosen out the muscles in the upper back. They're generally very tight. Then I start working on the front areas here and try and bring ourselves back. Make sure that range of motion is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop down on the comments and notes section. I'm going to pop down some links that I find really useful to areas that have even more about foam rolling, about stretching, both the ankle, the hip and the shoulders, and a whole lot else. So be sure to check that out. It has a lot of protocols, and give us a shout. Tell me what you think of the video series, and also if you have any suggestions for the coming weeks and topics, be sure to jot it down and we'll get onto it in the coming weeks, guys. Thanks very much for listening and talk to you soon.